and talk.
Hello gang, and welcome to this week's Comments and Question Show, the show where you are the stars, boys and girls, with the comments and questions that you've put in the YouTube comments section on YouTube thing. Where I don't know what I'm talking about this minute. Yeah, I must show, I think the hyacinths have had it. Just a minute. Look. Remember the hyacinths you saw? And then when it started to grow, well, they kind of drooped a bit. Look, girls. Oh, what can you do? Look, oh, girls, look. Come on. No. But, oh, isn't it horrible, love? Yeah. But still a lovely smell. Actually, maybe you could cut those off and put them in a vase, can you? I don't know. Oh, I love the smell. Anyway, not a lot. Look, every single one of them is drooped. What can you do? Oh, but no good. No good, lads. Any of you that used to go to Chariots, you see one of those, get out of the room, please. Anyway, let's get on with it, gang. I'm just back from a nice holiday in Germany. Short break there. Had a nice time. The weather, except for the very last day where I was going to the airport anyway, the weather was really nice. Nice and sunny, warmish. I did have a coat on, but there were a couple of occasions of, I'm getting a bit hot here, do you know what I mean? But the sun was out, and it makes such a difference, doesn't it? Even when it's like freezing cold when the sun is out. Now, this morning, as you can see behind me, the sun is out this morning, but I've just poked my nose out the door because I'm actually a bit earlier this week. It's 7:15 on a Saturday morning when I'm recording this, and it's blooming well cold outside. On the subject of when I do this, I record this show on a Saturday morning. So if you've sent a comment and it's after the last video, which was on Thursday, and you sent it after 7 o'clock in the morning, okay, it won't come up. It's too late. All right, my darlings, just to let you know. So that's when I record this show. So if you've got any comments, you need to get them in sort of by Saturday morning, UK time, around about 7 a.m. And then when I sit here and just read them all out. All right, okay, so we'll start as usual at the newest and go backwards. First on the subject of the video entitled Beautiful Day Until the Airport, Cologne travel vlog. Kaz is there. Hello, Kazzy. She says, we had trouble at the airport. Not trouble, but people just weren't in their positions early enough for me. Maybe people just don't get to their check-in positions until a couple of hours before. Maybe that's a normal thing. I don't know. I'm used to being at sort of big airports and there's someone there always, you know, don't matter time what get you. Or we got there, or I got there, and another bloke, and then the queue started building and there's no check-in people to be seen. But anyway, Kazi said, what a shame you couldn't check in yourself using a machine. Welcome back, Chris. Well, you would think that now, wouldn't you? I mean, we can certainly coming back through Heathrow. You can check yourself on your passport. You just put the thing on the scanner, and then the doors open. Eventually, that takes some time sometimes. Thank you, Kazi. Dons says, I very much enjoyed your little holiday extravaganza of vlogs, Chris. Very entertaining indeed. It was quite funny in the video where you couldn't open the packet of butter. Oh, that blooming thing. Blooming things they are. They need to make things easier for people instead of complicating it even more. It's true. It's true. But I do hope you enjoyed your time over there. The pizza looked very tasty. Well, I had 2 of those, actually. Not on the same day. Or at the same sitting. The pizza in the restaurant 12 Apostle, wasn't it, Gord? Looked very tasty. She also enjoyed the walk along the Rhine, as well as the boat tour with those nice men who seemed very friendly. Yeah, they were. One was German, I think, and the other one was Austrian. The spectacular cathedral she enjoyed, and the chocolate museum. Very, very interesting to see the history about chocolate, as well as how it's all made and delivered. Now, of course, what you saw on the show was just a little bit sideshow, yeah. It can't replace an actual visit there, if you see what I mean, because there's a lot more. All the writings on the wall and little video screens going on everywhere. You know, there's a lot more to see than what I just showed you as I was walking around. My favourite 2 types of chocolate would be fruit and nut and white chocolate, but Lind are also very good in there as well. Can I ask if you sometimes receive strange looks from people while filming? Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, actually, I think there was a little girl in the sweet shop, and I don't think she appears in that film at all. But honestly, the look she gave me a very funny look. And she was only about like 12 or something like that. I mean, the camera wasn't even pointing at her. It's like, well, you got that screwed in face. But then again, that could be the teenage girl screwed up face look. What a lot of them do, and because they're disgusted with you because you're over the age of 13. Therefore, you're a disgusting person. Evie, great niece Evie, thinks that of me. You know, she thinks I'm a disgusting person because I keep asking her to cut my toenails. I've offered her 50 quid to do those. Nope, still won't do them. She's, oh, Uncle Chris, Mum. I do like to wind them up. Would you? I did note you did very carefully avoid as much people's faces as possible. Yeah, I do. I try and keep the camera out of people's faces at all times, actually. But there are occasions where it's a bit impossible. You know, if you're doing like a sweep of the restaurant as you're going around like that or something like that, you're bound to see people's faces. But we're not concentrating on them. Do you see what I'm not pointing at them, and I do try my best not to do that. Would you ever consider revisiting Germany again? Perhaps another city, Berlin, for example? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. A very excellent and enjoyable series of shows that you've brought to people this week. Thank you very much to Dons there. Dons7822. Maureen has just watched the final video in Cologne. She thought it was a brilliant series. Thank you, Chris, for sharing your holiday with us. Thank you, Maureen. Matt Martins. Hi, Chris. Thanks for sharing your series of videos from Germany. It's been a real treat to watch. I especially like seeing different sides of the city and hearing your honest thoughts on everything from the food, lovely looking pizza, by the way. I mean, they really were lovely pizzas in that restaurant, to the airport experience. I'm glad you made it back to Heathrow safely, and I'm already looking forward to seeing where your travels take you next. Sending lots of love from beautiful Winnipeg, Canada. Well, the next little journey we're doing is Malta. I shall be there for, I think, a whole week, that one. And that's in about 4 or 5 weeks' time. So Malta is the next one, okay? Tim Willett, hello, Tim, says CNA still exists across Europe. We never knew that. I'm sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in the throat. I never knew CNA still existed. It was a very, very popular clothes shop and home what do you call them? Home furnishings, you know, lamps and things like that. Years ago. Yeah, I remember the lighting section in CNA in Kingston. That's the one we used to go in. Yeah, with my mum. That was in the 1970s, that was. So thank you, Tim. Lovely. Patricia in Manchester. Hi, Chris. I could do with that pizza you had right now. It was very, very tasty. Yes, the fashion shop or fancy dress shop that you showed us is very unusual. I would wear all those outfits. I love dressing up. Please go back and purchase one of each. I love window shopping in the evening. Thanks for the great videos, as always, says Patricia. There was a website, wasn't there? I'm sure I mentioned the website. Go back on the video and you've got a website. Maybe you can order stuff off there. And if you do buy something and put it on, send us a picture, Pat. All right, love. Lynn in London. It's been a very interesting watching your vlogs. You make great travel vlogs. Thank you, Lynn. A bit of everything included. I cannot believe they have C&As there. My mum loved that shop. She always used to take me there to get a winter coat. Safe trip home, and thanks for taking us with you. Thank you, Lynn in London. Christine Spencer. Thanks, Chris. I enjoy watching all your vlogs. Thank you, Christine. Christine Hodge. Oh, lots of Christines here. Good video. Has been interesting and quite fun. Thank you, Chris. And Stuart, it was a bit of a disaster at the airport, but you made it home safely. Yes, Anne. I made it through the rain and kept myself protected by the others who... That one, yeah. Barry Manilow, another great song. He's here in June. We're hoping that is going to go ahead because he's had a bit of cancer treatment, hasn't he? Thank you. Thank you to Julie Heppenstall. She sends me a little love heart. Thank you, Julie. And Linda M. Brilliant vlogs, Chris. You're right. You can't take your money with you. Take care. Yeah, you can't be scrimping and blooming saving for things sometimes. Oh, it's just crazy. I do think it's crazy sometimes, the way people scrimp and save on certain things. I mean, you can understand it with big things, but there we are. Right, that's that video. My last day in Cologne. We'll move on to the comments and questions for the Chocolate Museum show that we did. I think my favourite part of that was obviously, the samples, the couple of little samples that I got. And first of all, Lynn in London again, another great video, Chris. Really interesting to watch all the different machinery making the chocolate. I did wonder whether you were going to get your chocolate sample. The kids' hands came from nowhere and took it. Yeah, they did. There's me patiently waiting. A little hand would come over, pushed a button and practically nicked the food out of my hands. Dear. The moulds looked amazing. The shop looked like it was heaven. Oh, it was so much. Very colourful, that shop, didn't you find? All the little different sweet wrappers. Hang on, let me check my little lights on there. Yeah. All the different like wrappers and things like that. By the way, I think there's a bit of a shadow on me today, isn't there? Yeah, the shadow just beyond me is another long window there, and the sun is pouring in there and making a little shadow across me. Yeah, all right. Thank you for an interesting and varied travel vlog. Really enjoyed this mini series. Yeah, I do. I often give you a little bit more than the subject concerned. My sister from Butler's Empire did mention, I think it was in Fuerteventura, you know, when I was showing you the hotel room and I started whittering on about my experience in the post office, one of the post offices here in Bracknell, in particular the one in Birch Hill, where there's a couple of miserable people working in there, two women. Miserable in there, and she said, "Nah, we don't want to hear about that. We want to see the room." Well, that's not what I do, is it? You know, I give you bits of stories and everything else going on there as well. So we all do differently, don't we? RCB 428 says, "Really love the Chocolate Factory. Great video." That was my first hype of the show. Oh, I do like it when you hype me. Oh, it does something internally to me. I'm not quite sure what. Do you have anything internal going on with yourself sometimes? When something, a little bit of excitement or something, and you can feel it almost going inside you, can't you? And when you send a hype, I can feel it. I can feel it, and that's strange. Anyway, thank you, Leslie and Roy, I think maybe, RCB. Sorry, I can never remember the names. I try my best, thank you. Fred Jones is in the house. Good evening, Fred. Chris, that was great and so good I had to go and find some chocolate while watching. Not hard in his house. Oh, have you got stacks of it? Have you? Easter's coming round. Looks an interesting museum. I am that person who starts reading everything and then can't wait to get to the gift shop. And in this case, what a gift shop. My goodness. I'd buy one of those delicate shoes. The stilettos. Yeah, I'd buy one of those delicate shoes. Oh, hang on. I lost it. Yes, my goodness, I'd buy one of those delicate shoes. Goodness me. And it would be in bits by the time I got home. Thanks for taking us, Chris. I'm glad you enjoyed that delicious cup, that delicious gatto. You should have got the cheesecake to take away. Be nice with a cuppa. I'm a big fan of cheesecake. I did once, Fred, purchase an entire cheesecake in Sainsbury's. You know, the New York ones. Because you go in Starbucks. It's about 4 or 5 quid for a piece, isn't it? Like, you know, like this, like that. And then you go in Sainsbury's and you can buy an entire cake for £2.50. And I thought, well, I'll have some of this. And I almost made myself sick because I had dinner and I thought, I'll have some cheesecake for pudding. And honestly, it was like a third. It was like a third of the cake. Oh, how much more of this have I got to eat? You know, it gets a bit like that sometimes, doesn't it? Thank you, Fred. Kazzy, oh my goodness, I love that shop at the end. Bliss, so much choice. Very interesting museum, and I like the free talks along the way. Thank you, Chris. Now you've got me on their website looking. So, I mean, honestly, it was so pretty and colourful, that shop. All sweet wrappers and hundreds of different things going on there. I actually didn't find it that overpriced. I really didn't. You know, there we are. My sister's present in there. You saw me get her something. I did tell her not to watch the video past the beginning of the sweet shop, so that when I give it to her, it can be a surprise. Maybe we'll video the handing over of the gift, eh? Shall we do that? Tara, what another great video. Your tour of the Chocolate Museum was just fantastic. I have to say I'm guilty of owning more than 10 pairs of shoes. Tara's got loads of shoes. And you love. You can never. My sister says you can never have enough bags. My sister's from Butler's Empire. You can never have enough bags, she says. And I'm like, I know, sis. Especially the two under your eyes, darling. Thanks, Tara. Maureen also enjoyed the Chocolate Museum tour, Chris. So much to look at. Very interesting and very tasty, Maureen. Tash, Chris, that vlog was good. Enjoyed every second. You cracked me up when you shouted out in a restaurant. Bless you. Thank you so much for sharing. What did I shout out in there? Because I do that. I sometimes pretend I've got Tourette's. Obviously, on this clean family-based show, I cannot reveal some of the words that I shout out to people. But it does, 3 of the words out of the 4 are shut the up. I'll just randomly shout that out sometimes in the pub and everyone looks around and laughs. Matt Martins in Canada. Hello, Chris. Thanks very much for sharing this incredible video with us. My son, Jake. Hello, Jake. Hi, Jake. And I both agree that this was definitely one of the top videos from your travels to Cologne. Oh, I thought you might like the Chocolate Museum one. Do you like chocolate, Jake? It was extremely interesting to see all the various bits and pieces that made up this museum. We were so glad to see how much you enjoyed tasting the chocolate that you had got while you were there. We certainly wish that we could have been right there beside you, enjoying some as well. Well, Jake would never have left that button, would he? Push a button, get a bit of chocolate, push a button, get a bit... Jake enjoyed seeing the footballs and took your advice to ask me to buy some of those for him. Admittingly, we were saddened to learn that you had to cut lots of parts out, but understood that not everyone enjoys long videos like we do. Yeah, there were bits. It was while I was just walking along holding it, and I'm thinking, is this boring? It's difficult, you know. Sometimes you need someone outside the box to tell you, okay? As in someone normal, not someone perhaps who's in the profession. Not that it's a profession. For me, it's a hobby. But like a normal... Someone who doesn't do videos. That's what I mean by that. Someone who doesn't do videos, and you're telling me, no, it was perfectly all right. So, you know... the strange part... Oh, sorry. I got lost here. There we go. I don't know if it's related to the cutting you did or not, but a strange phenomenon occurred concerning this video. Ooh. I have my Google AI assistant always keeping an ear open on YouTube to pick up any videos where my first and last name is mentioned together in a live video transcript. And this video was one of them. The strange part was that I didn't actually hear you say Google, what Google told me you said, which was, I'm standing here outside the famous Chocolate Museum because my friend Matt Martins over in Canada told me I absolutely could not leave Cologne without seeing this place. So, Matt, if you're watching, this one's for you. Ah, another Barry Manilow song. This one's for you, wherever you are. Oh, won't be long till we're seeing him, all fingers crossed. So in the event you did actually say this, I wanted to acknowledge that and thank you very kindly for making this stop. By the way, apparently the transcript of the video that Google picked up also mentioned you saying, I think Jake would have a field day in here. He'd probably want every single topping they have on one bar. Yeah, I bet he would. Marshmallows, little sprinkles, all sorts of things. It would be one of the most colourful chocolate bars in the world, wouldn't it? I just wanted to let you know that Jake said you are 100% correct. He would indeed want that. Every single topping. Why have I read that twice, please? Why have I read that twice? Thanks again for the lovely video. Sending lots of love from beautiful Winnipeg in Canada. Thank you, Matt. Austin Graves. Hello, Austin. Really enjoyed the Chocolate Museum vlog, as well as the rest of your trip to Cologne, also known as Cologne. Thank you. Sonia. Hello, Sonia. Sonia Welford. This is my favourite. Chocolate Love, the museum. Very interesting. I'm so glad you all enjoyed these. Napash. Loved your trip. The cathedral looks fantastic. However, the chocolate factory was amazing. Thanks for sharing it with us. Thank you, Napash. Tina's Talk Time. I popped on your site and had a little look at some of your videos, Tina. Very nice, darling. She says, love the chocolate factory. Chris, could I ask what gimbal you use for your phone? It looks really steady. Yes. 1 minute. Is it behind me? Let me have a little look. Might be behind me, the box. Oh, it is. Look. I'm sorry I'm coughing a bit today. I've just got a bit of stuff coming up, you know. There it is. That's the one there. The L7C Pro AI tracking. Okay? There's a few little buttons on it. I only really use a couple of them, to be honest. But that's the one I use. All right? Now and again, it droops. Now, I have looked this out. It doesn't happen very often, but I believe it's due to the position of the camera, and it's got to be like central, if you see what I mean. But it will, you can't just get out of the box and start using it. It does require a little bit of reading. The main thing, I'm going to tell you, there's a little button there, bottom right, okay? And you push that to change the thing from that to that, okay? From that to that. So that's really, I think, the only button I use. And then you can sort of move it a little bit with this round thing. But that's the one I've got there, okay? I didn't buy this, actually. My mate bought me for that for Christmas, among other things. Oh, I'm hating clearing my throat here. I don't have much choice. Otherwise, I'll lose the vocals. All right, who was that now? All right, Tina. Paul Adamson. Hello, Paul. He's got art issues at the moment, ain't you, darling? Forever waiting to be spoken to and what have you by the NHS. Paul says, love those large cargo boats you saw are generally carrying sand dredged from the sea. It is heavily used in construction in Europe. Thank you, Paul. See, we learned something. Someone's taught me something there. Thank you, Paul. Anthony says it's Thursday in England. Yeah, it would have been. You see, I didn't record the show on Thursday. Or did I? No, I didn't. I recorded the Chocolate Museum on Tuesday. That's when I recorded the Chocolate Museum. So that's why I couldn't remember what day you were about to see this, you see. Ciao Muffet. Chris, with Easter coming up, I was reading stuff about the cocoa solids in Easter egg, and most companies, including Cadbury's, are using massive amounts of palm oil in chocolate bars and the eggs. They are using less than a required amount for it to be even called chocolate. I assume you mean cocoa there. Anyway, Marks and Spencer's have an Easter egg, which is about 89% cocoa solids. It's £12 and looks almost black. Suppose I hate it. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, you can spend a lot of money on something, like a food item, and you don't like it. In which case, you should have bought the cheap ones. Actually, I was working for British Telecom in one of the exchanges back in the 80s. Do you like my cup? Look. No Disney trips booked at the moment. However, Japan is a really good possibility. I've been searching Japan, as you know. Anyway, a black Easter egg. So is it dark? You see, I'm not a fan of dark chocolate. I like milk chocolate. I don't really like Cadbury's anymore. I can't think of the last time I bought a Cadbury's bar because it just tastes so different now. Maybe we should look for chocolate that hasn't got palm oil and has instead got milk and cream as it should be. You know? Thank you. And Nampash notes, I am a contented man when eating the Black Forest Gatter. Of course. Wouldn't you be? Thank you. Is that all the comments on that one? I think it is. That's the Chocolate Museum show that you watched. Oh, we're getting through these quite quickly today, aren't we? What's the time now? 1:45, yeah. I'm done about 35 minutes. One more here. That's it. Magical day in... Oh, no, there's going to be a few... There's a few videos, isn't there? Because we did quite a few while we were there. Was it about 5 altogether? I can't remember now. Anyway, let's move on to this one. This is the video entitled Magical Day in Cologne, River Rhine Cruise, German Restaurant and Cologne Cathedral at night. Patricia in Manchester watched this one with her mum and we shared a special afternoon relaxing. Oh, you're lucky, still got your mum. Mum can't travel now and she complimented your filming and the natural way you share your experience. It's unusual for us to watch TV together as we like different things. Thank you so much. Oh, it's nice. You know, I miss that, watching TV with mum and dad and my sister, and we'd all sit round watching the same thing. Now, everyone's got their own device, and certainly around my nephew's house, my nephew Gary, you know, Gary and Stacey from Gary and Stacey Vlogs. She's on her phone, he's on his phone or playing a computer game. The little boy is usually upstairs playing computer games, and Evie is also on her phone. You know, all doing different things really. And I think we've lost that. I do think we've lost those family things, but that's just how what life is, isn't it? Hello to Anita G. Hello, Anita. All right. Haven't left the country for 38 years, she says, for various reasons, finances, family and time. Was always waiting for the right moment, which never comes because there's always something more pressing to deal with. Thank you for showing me things that I will never see in person. Oh, don't say that, Anita. There's plenty of time, love. Thanks also for not being a filtered, highly refined version of it. Oh, I'm not filtered. Listen, I'm not filtered. To the point of upsetting people sometimes. But she says, just quiet, honest and observant. When you say, I feel I'm not alone when you're here, well, I think I am safe to say the feeling is entirely mutual. Keep going, Chris. You're really good at this, and thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say so, Anita. And that is true, what Anita's saying there. If you didn't catch that part of one of the videos, I'm walking along. Obviously, I'm on my own on holiday. And it was the same in Fuerteventura. When I'm walking along with that camera, whether it's facing me or facing, more importantly, what's in front of me, and I'm chatting away, it really does feel that you're there with me, and I'm not lonely. Seriously. It's weird, isn't it? Even now doing this, like you're there with me now. I'm not sitting here on my own, so to speak, am I? You're here, and possibly the squirrel. Have we seen any squirrels today, anyone? We should have a competition. You know, how many squirrels did you see in this week's video? And we could give a prize, you know. Not my Donald Duck and Mickey mug, mind you. Mickey Mouse mug. That's not the prize. No, you're not having this. This came from California. And I bought one. It's back in June last year. I bought one, and I brought it back to my room. And I thought, do you know, I wish I'd bought some more. I'll get them next time. No, I forgot because Disney only make a certain amount of things, and once they're gone, they're gone. I think there's a lot of collectors stuff going on there, you know. Anyway, thanks, Anita. Fred Jones enjoyed the river trip there. He says he was able to hear most of the commentary on the loudspeakers. Good. I'm glad you could. What interesting buildings. I love that they leave the parmesan on the table instead of policing how much you can have. Yeah, it looked like a nice meal. That would be the spaghetti one. Delicious. And not small. Do you know what I mean? Not a small portion. The cathedral looks magical, all lit up at night. It's a stunning building. I thought that was really nice, you saying you didn't feel alone while vlogging. You're right, we are all there with you, and that's how it feels, like a day or holiday out with our mate Chris, which is exactly as I want it to come across. I don't perceive to do informative videos showing you perfectly how to do something or where to go or what to look at. When I walk around, I'm seeing all this for the first time as well, you see, the same as you are. And if I see something, we might talk about it. Oh, you know, that's a nice stone with writing over there. Let's see what it says on it. I haven't researched that at all. If I know something about it, then I already know something about it. For example, the cathedral, I told you 600 years to build that, didn't I? That was someone who mentioned it mentioned it to me, so I passed it on to you. I could sit here and do loads of research, but it's not the BBC, is it? You know, if you want informative videos, watch the BBC, you know, and pay the licence fee. Ow, I'm not paying the licence fee. We don't watch BBC. I bet you do occasionally. And it's that time they're going to swoop. They will swoop and take you off to the prison for not paying a TV licence or whatever. All right. Thanks, Fred. Anne Cunnings, hello, Anne. Enjoyed coming along with you today. When you showed the cathedral at night, I was wondering what it must have been like there hundreds of years ago. Well, not lit up. Not lit up, Anne. It would have been much darker and quieter, and I suppose there would have been many dwellings and buildings surrounding the cathedral then. I noticed a crocodile skin bag in the window of the antique shop. I have one much the same that I never used again after the cats gave me a nasty nip. Well, that's the danger of buying these things, you see. Crocodile bags are likely to bite you at any time, Anne. The spirit of the original owner of the hide took its revenge on me. Yes, I think it did. It's a beautiful bag, though. You could have bought it for Sharon. I think she's had enough bags recently, you know. James Lane. Hello, James. You're new. Welcome along. Your trip looks very... hang on. Cathartic. Thanks for giving us a glimpse of your breakaway. Thank you, James. Kazzy. It felt very relaxing on that riverboat. I found I really chilled out. I like the cathedral at night. Really enjoyed this trip with you, Chris, and thank you. Thank you, Kazzy. Oh, by the way, someone asked for the links to the Florida videos, didn't you? I remember. Do you know, I couldn't find them. I'm sorry about that. I couldn't find them. Somewhere in my videos, you're just going to have to go all the way down. And but the ones with my little nephew, Jimmy, who's now married, I couldn't find them. And he was 17. What is he now? So they're like 12 years old. It's going to be a bit of a job to find them, I'm afraid. But I did look for you. Okay. They're in there somewhere. Thank you, Cassie. Doreen Chezza, I think it is. Hello. Thanks for sharing an amazing place. You have a calming voice. Well, that makes sense. Most people have fallen asleep by this part of the show, to be honest. You know. I think my sister said that. She said, "Oh, I'm just watching your video." I said, "Oh, are you?" She said, "Yeah, I'm having trouble sleeping," or something like that. She said the other day, or she'd woken up and the video was still playing. So long, some of them. Thank you, Doreen. Wendy Mahoney, loved the boat trip. Those flats on the right-hand side that you went past, the guide. The guide said they were so expensive. Strange. I would feel rather unsafe living in them. Are those the ones that are kind of over the water? Yeah, it's odd, those, isn't it? I've never really seen something like hanging over the water like that. Thank you, Wendy. Sheedend. I don't know why, but your head on top of the plane of your intro just cracks me up. Anything to make you laugh. Anything to make you laugh, love. Kizzy Finn, thank you. What a charming place. Thank you, Kizzy. Sonia Welford again. I love a boat ride. I've been down the Rhine and down the Danube. Never been to Cologne. It looked beautiful. Yeah, and you saw some of the great big boats on that river as well, didn't you? You know, they're not the little tourist things that go up and down for an hour or whatever. These have come from other places. I was talking to some people coming up. I talk to everyone when I'm walking around. Excuse me, I hope you don't mind me asking, where have you come from? Denmark. They'd come from Denmark on the boat and places like that. I just talk to people in the lift. Yeah, in the lift, everywhere I talk to people. Lynn in London, another lovely vlog, Chris. The cathedral looks very different at night. It's beautifully lit. Thanks for taking us on the cruise. It was lovely to see the sights with you. Talking about getting lost, I hate it. I tend to get very panicky if I'm alone and lost. Silly, I know, but it's just how I am. Only started to notice it as I get older. Lynn, I'm the same. I get lost very easily and I really panic. But like I said on the show, the weird thing is, I didn't feel I was lost on my own. You were with me. I'm not just saying it, it's weird, isn't it? I felt, we'll find a place. And often I can do things when there's someone else involved rather than do it myself. Now, the best example I can give you of that is when I was in Scotland, I think it was 2 trips ago, when I was with my niece and she was driving and went to the shops and she got a flat tyre. Oh no! She said, oh, I'll have to ring someone up and get them out. I said, well, have you got the stuff in the back? She says, well, I don't know, I think so. Right, let's have a look. And there was a tyre and there was a jack. Okay, and the tyre was blown up, which is unusual for spare tyres. I mean, the new cars, they don't even give you a bleeding spare tyre anymore, do they? Useless. And I got it out and I did it. I put it on. Now, as I had been on my own, I would have come out, oh no, oh, what am I going to do now? And then probably called out the AA. That's the weird thing about it. It was because there was someone else and they were in trouble, if you see what I mean. Plus there were 3 small children with us. And I think it just kind of pushes you to do more than you do for yourself. You know what I mean? Funny, isn't it, really? And like I say, we're getting lost. You were with me, so I didn't feel I was lost on my own. It's very strange, very strange. Thanks, Lynn. Denise Fuller. Hello, Denise. Great vlog, Chris. Trust you find the seats on the boat next to the good-looking men. I was there for... They chose to sit next to... Excuse me, can we sit here? Yeah, of course you can, boys. Have a sit down there. Yep. I don't think I would have... If they'd been uglies, I don't think I would have sit in. or young girls, sort of between 20 and 30. Oh, no. Screaming and shouting. Oh, no. Ah! Ah! Like those witches on Loose Women. How can anyone sit there and watch that? Oh, cackling away, aren't they, like old witches? Hang on a minute, let me have some tea. Careful, Chris. White jumper on. Hang on. Oh! Can you see that? Please tell me you can't see that. I'll have to raise the camera up. 2 little drips there. Don't you hate that, lads, when you get drips? I hate it. Thank you, Denise. Trust you to find the seats on the boat next to you, the good-looking men. Lovely trip down the Rhine. Good job. Sharon loves you old. Amanda Broadhurst. Hello, Amanda. Welcome to the show. You're new, aren't you? Love watching your vlogs. We feel like we are really there with you on the holiday. Perfect, perfect. Hopefully we can do some more in Malta, okay? Christine Hodge, looked forward to this. Cannot beat a river cruise wherever it is. Thank you, Chris, for sharing. You know, and it's not even just looking around at the stuff, the buildings and all that. It's just so relaxing being on there, isn't it? Don't you find? Just on the boat, slowly meandering through the through the river there. I love it. Maureen, she enjoyed the river cruise. Found it very interesting as I turned on the captions so I could get the subtitles on the screen. Oh, from the narration coming out of the loudspeakers. Is that what you did there, Maureen? Thank you, Maureen. Josephine Saunders. Hello, Josephine. I think you're new. Welcome. Hi, Chris. Thank you for sharing your time in Cologne with us. I can't travel anymore, so your travels really helped me. What a beautiful cathedral. No wonder it took so long to build. Such detail everywhere. You cannot believe it. I mean, again, I showed you quite a lot of it. There's a lot more in there to see, though. Just so intricate little bits and pieces. Those stained glass windows are beautiful. Keep doing what you do. Much appreciated. Thank you, Josephine. Tash, Chris, that was so nice what you said. You're very good at this. You really do talk to us who are there with you. There isn't really many that could do what you're doing. Well, there's a lot of people that do this, Tash. If you like travel, I'd like to recommend again to you Hannah Ricketts. Hannah Ricketts, she's a very, very likeable character on YouTube. There's a lot of people doing travel shows. Some of them are a bit, you know, oh no, you're getting on my bleeding nerves. There's a bloke who does planes a lot. He gets on my nerves. Bald head, glasses, can't think of his name. And oh no, I can't watch him. And there's another bloke, Walk with Tim. He's good. He's very, very professional videos. And sometimes he's got his missus with him and his little boy, Casper. And they make a little appearance now and again. He was shocked at how much he spent. Was it the Ritz? I think it was the Ritz. The price he spent in the Ritz, you know. And he will tell you more than me, like prices, and I just do it quickly. You know what I mean? He's looked into stuff and every little thing he will show you. But Hannah Ricketts at the moment is my favourite YouTuber there. Walk with Tim. Oh, there's another one I've started watching. I think he's German or Dutch, something like Backpacker Ben. Backpacker Ben. I was watching his videos in India. I've never seen so much rubbish in all my life. Anyone been to India? In the cities? Oh, the rubbish is everywhere. I couldn't believe it. Shocking. Shocking amount of rubbish everywhere. All right. Tash. I think we've read your one, haven't we, my love? Have I done all that there? Thank you. Oh, she says you deserve every success. Well, you know, my videos and stuff, when it comes to subscribers and stuff like that, it tends to go up fairly slowly. It was some big jumps in October after we did the Isle of Wight one, but things have settled down nicely and I kind of smoothing out, and now and again it goes up a little bit more, which is always nice. If any of you fancy sharing my videos on your Facebooks and things like that, then that is appreciated. And also those little thumbs up and hypes, that does help things along as well. The hypes, I've only had one hype today, you know, I'm feeling a little bit hypeless. And Stuart says the cathedral looks really nice at night. Thank you for taking me on the cruise with you. Matt Martins again. What a fantastic episode, Chris. I honestly felt like we were right there with you in Cologne again today. I especially love the river cruise segment. Here's another one. See, he says it's relaxing to just watch the Rhine go by and see the incredible buildings. It was just a sweet moment when you were chatting with that dad who had bought a Batman comic for his little boy. For a moment, I put myself in his shoes and thinking it was me talking to you. Yeah, it's nice to talk to people. The dinner at 12 Apostle looked absolutely delicious. That penny al arrabbiata definitely had me hungry. and I've never seen a cheese grater that makes curls like that before. No, me neither. Very cool. It's great to see a place with such fast and friendly service, and ever so nice in there, the staff. Ending a day at the cathedral was the perfect touch. It's breathtaking how it looks all lit up at night. When you said about not feeling alone because we are there with you, you really hit home. Please know that we really enjoy coming along on these trips with you. It's definitely safe to say my son Jake and I love your travel vlogs so very much, as they give us so much to chat about and help us dream up our own travel. So are you going anywhere soon, Matt, as a matter of interest? Where will you be going on holiday this year? Thanks for another wonderful show. Can't wait for the next one. Sending love from beautiful Winnipeg in Canada. Thank you, Matt. And Denise D says, I can't hear any commentary from the boat. All I can hear is that annoying kid. Love the trip down the river, though. Beautiful scenery, and that's from Denise. Yeah, well, children make lots of noise, and that's okay, isn't it? You know, they're only doing their thing. Sometimes you can't hear the priest in church, you know, it's just so noisy there. Right, the walk along the Rhine then. This was a separate video, wasn't it? The relaxing walk along the Rhine. 1 minute, let me just bring that up there. Remember that there's like 5 videos here that I'm doing the comments on this week, okay? Patricia in Manchester loves the opening titles you have created, showing the map from home to Cologne. Yeah, I'll do something similar for Malta when we go there together in a few weeks' time. Why didn't you sit on that butter? It would definitely have opened it. I don't want to get butter all on my bum while I'm walking along. Do you Yes, being cheeky already. I loved watching your chip very much. Cheers, love, from Patricia. Lynn in London, another great vlog. I must admit, I hate all those silly little individual packets of butter. I can never open them. The corners always end up snapping off. It's exactly what happened. Was a lovely walk and chat along the river. Looks like you're having a great time. Looking forward to the cruise, which we've talked about already now. Enjoy yourself and take care. Tina's talk time. Enjoyed it, and also hates the unopenable butters. Linda Lofthouse. Hello, Linda. Hi, Chris. You finally got the lift all to yourself. We like that lift. I do like that lift. A lovely hotel, and that blooming butter usually happens to me, but glad to see it happens to others too. Great video, and I can't wait to see the boat cruise in your next one. Oh, thank you. I've been hyped. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Linda. She has hyped me. I've really felt that one, Linda. Thank you, darling. Lots of hypes, please, and thumbs up. Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Sarah Eves. Hi, Chris. Great walk along seeing the boats. We don't have the boat, but I've seen Moulin Rouge in London. It was a very good show. I'd like to see that. I could go and see that Moulin Rouge in London. Trouble is, of course, you can't film anything, you know, while there's a show on. Certain artists are okay with you filming. Barry Manilow, actually, I mean, you film it. If you upload it, you get an email from YouTube telling you to take it down, usually. I think you'd probably be all right with 2 or 3 tiny clips. But what tends to happen is I will clip the entire show and put bits on the internet. And I have had twice it's happened where I've got that and said, oh, the Barry Manilow people have asked this to be taken down. If you do that now, you won't get any more problems. So I have to take them down, unfortunately. RCB. Hi, Chris. Thanks for another great video. Loved your story of you and the electric scooter. Very painful things. Went to Cologne about 45 years ago for an exhibition. Stayed on a boat instead of a hotel. Looking forward to going on a boat tomorrow. And great video. Oh, another hype. That's 2 in 1 video. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, RCB. Fred Jones. Enjoyed the walk and the sights. I so love the river. I'm not far from the Thames, and any excuse to use the Uber boats to get to and from Greenwich, and I will take it. My parents owned a boat, a catamaran. That's the thing with the 2 things on the side and like a platform in the middle, isn't it? Catamaran. I think I said before, they built it and then sailed to Greece. Lots of lovely holidays with them on the boat over the years. That flipping butter. I had that with butter, only they gave me a completely melted one. Yep, all over my nice clean shirt by the time I got it open. Oh, the scooter accident sounded awful. I was aware of it, but I didn't know the detail. You know, you're so right about the filter. No filter. Past 60, filter off. Don't like me? Walk away. Don't like the show? Turn it off. We do what we do over 60, innit? That's it. Thank you very much, Fred. Also enjoying the boat trip there. Tash, enjoyed the vlog, really enjoyed it. She looked forward to the boat cruise. You know, we've already done those comments. Maybe I should do it the other way around, like the oldest comments first. Should we do that for next week? Kind of makes sense a little bit more, doesn't it, really? I think, especially when you're doing these travel ones and it's one going into another. Because the way I'm reading it, you're looking forward to the boat cruise, and we've already done the comments for that. Maybe I should do it the other way around. Christine Hodge really enjoyed the walking video, like the stroll along the river. Used to live in Norfolk on the hill and could see the marshes. So when the tide came in, it looked lovely. Did not want to leave there, but with mum and dad, I had to move with them. Yeah, it's horrible when you have to move from somewhere you liked, isn't it? You see, that's the problem with this house here. I love this house. I love it here. I've got everything I want here, everything I want. I can walk anywhere, don't really need the car. I mean, it's a bit of a walk into town, 45-minute job, but still I could do it. And I did do it actually during COVID, just to go for long walks and things. Uncle Boris said we were allowed to go for walks, didn't he? Yes. Christine Spencer. Thanks, Chris, for another great vlog of your holiday. Holiday looks lovely. Pity breakfast is not so good. No boat, but live about 10 minutes walk from the sea. Oh, so she's quite close to the sea, Christine. I was talking to cousin Helen about the breakfast, actually, and she said that's a pretty normal breakfast in Germany. For them, that's normal. You know, the fact that there were no baked beans for me. I hope there's baked beans in Malta. My cousin Helen said I should take a tin and ask him to warm them up. Anne Stewart enjoyed the walk along the river. Thank you, Anne. Kazzy, you've been so lucky with the weather. Oh, I really was. I really was. How lovely Cologne is. If a German tourist stopped me and asked if I spoke German, it would be a no or nein, maybe. Yeah, I tried to learn the occasional German word, but, you know. Matt Martins enjoyed the stroll through Cologne. Start in the morning, and your superglued butter packets gave me a genuine laugh, as those are exactly the kind of relatable travel moments that make your videos feel so authentic. It's always a pleasure to see how you truly stop to appreciate the details, such as the incredible glass lifts. I want one of those on the back of my house. I could give rides, couldn't I? £5 to go in my lift, please. Children, £2.50. Bring an adult with you, please. It's always a pleasure to see how you truly stop to appreciate these things. Your storytelling really brought the Rhine to life for all of us today. I was especially moved by you sharing the story of your scooter accident and your incredible discipline with physiotherapy. Hearing that you recovered to about 95% through sheer persistence is such a testament to your character and a real inspiration to stay positive when things get tough. It wasn't always easy. My mate was with me shortly, as I mentioned to you, after the accident, and the weeks after the accident, he saw a very different side to me, a side that I wasn't even aware of. I was really very depressed and upset, and I would like burst into tears through no reason altogether, because I felt everything had changed and there was nothing I could do about it. It was a very hard time, actually. The sort of 6 to 8, I would say about up to 6 months after that accident. After the accident, I remember the next day he was round here and I said, I've changed. He said, what do you mean? I said, I'm not quite sure, but I'm not the same person anymore. And I still feel like that. It wasn't a near-death experience. It wasn't like that. Something changed in me after that accident. I can't put my finger on it. really. Strange, isn't it, really? But he saw me at my lowest ever. Yeah. But we're not there anymore, so that's okay. You know, I'm sure one or two of you are going through stuff at the moment. And, yeah, whatever it is that you're going through, I hope it gets better for you. You know, a real life-changing experience. Funny, isn't it? Thank you, Matt. We truly appreciate the immense amount of work, time and heart you pour into these videos for us viewers to enjoy, and your lack of inbuilt filter is exactly what makes your commentary so human and delightful. Sadly, we do not own a boat, but we do personally know people that own a few rather large boats, and they absolutely love being out on the water. Messing about on the river. Do you know that song? We are already looking forward to joining you on the boat cruise, which we've talked about on your next video. Keep being your forward-thinking, brilliant, honest self. Sending lots of love. Thank you, Matt and Jake. Matt, can we sign this, please? Matt and Jake. Matt and Jake in future. Paul Adamson, those long boats and windows are Rhine cruise boats, which we saw there. Beautiful. People go for a week or two, and they've come from other parts of Europe on those. But I'm not quite sure where the Rhine goes through. I know it goes through a few countries, doesn't it, the Rhine? It's very, very wide, where that part we was on there. Ciao Muffet. Hi, Chris. A Swiss Army knife might help. Well, I did consider taking one of those with me, Ciao Muffet, but I thought I might have been pulled over at customs. Oh, why have you got a knife to open the butter? Would they have believed me? You take a penknife to open butter? Yes. Have you tried to open one? Someone said to cut off the corner with scissors and it will just open easily then. The thing is, I don't usually take scissors on holiday with me either, but there we are. Rose Marie Smith, she says no boat. She is looking to buy a cheap house in Bulgaria. Rose Marie Smith, is that where you are? Do you live there, or are you considering emigrating to Bulgaria, I wonder? You see, that would worry me doing something like that, because we kind of know the rules and regulations here about everything, really, and going somewhere else, it just bothers me a little bit too much, you know, not knowing what's what and who's who, you know what I mean? Thank you. All right, that's the comments on that one there. We're now going to the video exploring Cologne Cathedral, hotel breakfast review and souvenir shopping. The Rye Scott Avenue. The cathedral was huge. I agree with your scoring of breakfast. Looked quite unappetizing. I would love to know your step count. Oh, I did look. I think there were like 16 or 17,000 steps in some of the days I was away. I did look at that. Would love to know. I love walking town or country. Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't mind. Very enjoyable video. Oh, and I love the shirt you were wearing. And that's from Linda. Was that the stained glass one? Yeah, because I'd just been to church, hadn't I? I remember now. Yeah. Patricia in Manchester. Thank you, Chris. It was a pleasure to watch, and it's a truly beautiful cathedral. This is Cologne Cathedral we're talking about here. Everyone in there seemed relaxed, even though it was busy, which is good. The stained glass windows are very interesting. I saw the spaceman too. It's a spaceman. Yeah. Nick Kim McKenna. Is that two people? I would imagine Nick and Kim McKenna. I'm just guessing. Thanks ever so much for sharing. The last time I went there was over 26 years ago. I so hope to go again for a long weekend. Yeah, it's just beautiful there. Is that for the cathedral? And go to Mass there. Very cold in the cathedral. If you was to go in the summer, I would say even then take a coat in with you. It was really cold in there. Keza Collins, an amazing, inspiring vlog, Chris. Thank you, Keza. Zoe, hello, Zoe. Hi, Chris. Just wow, that cathedral was absolutely stunning. Even the surrounding areas looked amazing. Love the tour inside. So lovely, so blown away by it. Thank you for sharing your visit with us. I do like to tag along to see different places. Thank you, Zoe. Charlie Fisher. Hello, Charlie boy. Charlie's here. Charlie Fisher, great video. Chris, enjoyed this one. The cathedral is absolutely stunning. Very gothic. I mean, it is. Can't believe you bring your own Sports Direct mug. So funny. Oh, Charlie, the little cups in all these hotels are so bleeding tiny. You know, oh, I've got to make another one. And then Paris have thought I'd have to use a second tea bag. God, man. Take a cup along with you, Charlie. Wendy Mahoney, hi Chris, brilliant vlog. You look quite emotional when you were on the balcony listening to the cathedral bells. It's just a beautiful sound. Bells. I shall never understand these idiots that move into a village in England somewhere and then complain to the council about the church bells. Why did you move there then? Entitled people, you know, just get on with it. You know, when things go wrong in my life, I've got to be honest, I don't do a lot about it. I just, oh well, that's how it is, and carry on. If I don't like something, I turn it off or walk off. You know, I don't need to make opinions of stuff all the time. I really don't. There are people in this world, something goes wrong, and my Lord, don't they go to town of it. I mean, you can understand if you're having trouble, I don't know, with your car or for example, my sister and brother-in-law from Butler's Empire, the trouble they've had with Virgin Media, promising to turn up at their house and never bleeding getting there. Horrendous. But unfortunately, they've not got much choice. The BT one that they've got there doesn't really work that well. It's always cutting out. So they've gone with Virgin Media and they have no other choice. Here, where I am, I've got loads of internet people to choose from. But I'm in a large town. They're in I was going to say a small village. It's not a small village. A large village type thing. And it's very different to what they can have. And, you know, then you've got to do something about it because nothing's getting done. But there are people in this world who everything they do seems to be an effort and seems to be a problem for them. And I do think some people make problems for themselves, you know, the way they are towards people. I really do. Going to a hotel room and constantly finding things wrong, and you know what, I'm sure you know people like that, constantly moaning. I remember being at the gym once, and I know all the kids up there who work there, and they're all youngsters, most of them are youngsters, and some bloke was moaning that the music was too loud in the gym. And I'm thinking, well, why don't you just put a pair of headphones on? You know what I mean? Oh, people like to moan, don't they? They love to moan at the karaoke, don't they? Go on. Oh, Lord. It's even like sometimes something might go a little bit wrong, and if it was me, I'd try and carry on, and they just stop and they look at you. You know, just get on with it. Just get on with it and stop moaning. I can't bear moaners. I walk away. I've been in the past, not in the last 10 years, because I don't get involved in committees and meetings and things like that. I've been at meetings in the Black Cat where I used to work. I'm remembering a time 20 years ago. I was at this meeting and there was me and 4 other people and the manager. And honestly, there were 2 of them, yeah, moan and screaming. Oh, no, I can't be bothered with this. And I got up and the manager said, oh, don't go, Chris. I said, oh, I can't be doing any of this. I'll see you later. And I went, I can't be listening to moaners. Moan all the bleeding time. I'm so glad that I never ever moan on this programme. Bumblebee, hello Bumble. Hello Bumble TX8. Thanks Chris. It was a magnificent cathedral, very enjoyable, beautiful architecture, never been. So thanks for sharing. If you like churches, I know there's a lot of beautiful churches in Malta. Really looking forward to seeing those. Every single church you go to, everywhere in the world, is individual. It's not like McDonald's. You know, everyone is almost identical in it. That's, you know, like a supermarket. You go in Aldi, everything, you know, you walk in, the fruit and veg are in front of you, aren't you? Then there's the tins of beans. Then there's the pasta in that aisle. Everything's the same. It's boring. So boring. You go into churches, not just Catholic, Church of England, whatever you're going in, every church is completely different from the last one. It's lovely. It really is. And you're always welcomed. If you ever go to Mass in a Catholic church, you sit down, people will talk to you, just say hello. Hello, you know. Kazi, absolutely stunning cathedral. Thanks, Chris, for showing us the wonderful cathedral. You have shown us how relatively easy it was to get to as well. Right outside the train station, literally. When you mentioned the organ pipes, I wonder if the organist had come by and asked if you wanted to go on the organ. Would you have said yes? Oh, yeah, I would have. But it's rare that I will ask someone to do such a thing. I was in Florida with my mate the January before last, and there I went to a church, a big church, a shrine. Our Lady Queen of the Universe. Type it into Google if you want. Our Lady Queen of the Universe, Florida. And they had an organ there. And after Mass, I went up to the organist. Oh, hello. Do you mind if I come and have a look at your organ? I play the organ. Oh, yeah, come and sit down. And I sat next to him and he was showing me all this. I said, did I hear bells? He said, yeah. And he put down a stop. Ding, 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 like that. And I kind of thought, oh, maybe he'll ask if I want to play him, but he didn't. And I wouldn't ask them. I tend not to ask for things, you know. Some people are going to, oh, can I have this? Can I have that? No, I don't ask for things. I think, is it rude to ask for? Probably not rude. I just don't, I think there's like an etiquette there, you know. And had he have said, do you want to play? I would have said yes straight away, but he didn't. It's just how it is, you know. Thanks, Kazi. Fred Jones, wow, what a beautiful cathedral. Magnificent. I'm one of those non-religious types. Doesn't matter. You don't need to be religious. That's what I keep saying to people. You do not need to be religious to go into and admire the architecture or even listen to the music. You saw that choir singing. I love that hymn they were doing. I've never heard that tune before. Again, I was talking to cousin Helen, and I said, because she's watched it, I said, do you have any idea what that hymn is? Because I just assumed all the tunes are the same, and they changed the words to suit the language. She said, no, it was probably a German hymn, not available in this country, but it was a really, really nice piece of music. I'm one of those non-religious types, says Fred, and I love visiting religious buildings of all denominations. They are always interesting and beautiful. Have you tried Google Lens when you aren't sure about something or need to read another language? Blink and Andy if you find yourself in that situation again, Chris. It's truly stunning cathedral. Thank you so much for taking us to see it. And I like your new mug, bit spiffy. That was the one from Starbucks, wasn't it? That's in the cupboard. I should have had that with me today. The new Starbucks Cologne Cathedral mug. The only thing is about Google Lens, which is great. It is great. When you're recording and you're using your phone, you can't do it. You see what I mean? Because it would mean stopping and sort of stopping the flow of the thing there. Christine, ILANM, enjoyed the video. Thank you, Christine. Tara, who's in Melbourne, Australia, really love the cathedral. How beautiful. She thinks I'm very brave going on holiday by yourself, but I'm not. You're with me as well, see? She says, I don't think it's something I could do. I wish I could. I did go to Phuket in Thailand a few years back. That's on the list, Thailand. It's on the list with family. And I went to the big Buddha and I loved about it. And what I loved about it, you could write on a tile and that tile will go on to the Buddha when it gets repaired. So your message will always be there. I write a prayer to my mum and I feel it's just nice to know that it's always there. That's very beautiful, Tara. Very beautiful. Thank you, darling. Linda M, cathedral, beautiful building, the architecture, wow. Thank you, Chris. Take care. Thanks, Linda. And Cummings. Cunnings, not Mings, Nings. Anne Cunnings, very enjoyable video. Loved hearing the bells. We have 5 churches in our town, and 2 of them used to have the bells every Sunday until until horrible people didn't like them. So what happened? They use recorded electronic bells. I don't think they have anything now, as most of the churches don't have many service, as no one attends church anymore. I hate to say it, Anne, and I don't say this with any pleasure. You know I'm Catholic. We have, there's quite a lot of people in our church. Whenever I go to a Catholic church, there's a reasonable amount of people there. I have on occasions gone to Church of England churches, not very busy, and it's a shame. The thing is, and it is only personal comment here, the Church of England, they keep changing things all the time, whereas the Catholic Church tends to be as it was. And I think that's probably the secret of the success, really. Nothing really changes too much there. You know, now and again they change. So they recently changed some of the readings around and stuff like that. But apart from that, you know, generally things change, or they change very, very slowly. Now, they've just got someone in charge of the Church of England, isn't it, who is a woman. And that's okay. For me, that's okay. But there are people who are very, very upset by that. You know, so it depends how you feel about things. I personally think everyone should have the same chances in this world, really. You know, but there we are. Let's see. Anne says, we climbed to the top of the Duomo in Florence. I'm sorry, darling. Is that a church? I don't know what that is. The Duomo in Florence, and it was an experience I would not repeat. It was one way and it got smaller and smaller. Yeah, I'd be a bit funny with that. At the end, we were almost on our hands and knees. Oh, I tell you what, talking of that, have you ever seen people climbing through the pyramids? They're on their hands and... Oh, no. I'd be thinking to myself, what if it collapses on top of me? There's a film, actually, isn't there? A really old film where people go into a pyramid, and then someone cuts these things and all this sand starts coming out and the pyramids start coming down and closing on them. So you're sealed inside. Pyramids, Egypt, not interested. No, Egypt, Middle East... Apart from Israel, I just have no interest in the Middle East at all. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but that's how it is. She also climbed to the top of the Notre Dame in Paris. That's on the list. Those were the days when we were younger. Those were the days, my friend. We were younger and fitter. Glad we were able to do some travelling before we became decrepit. Yeah, that's one mistake I think I've made. I've left it so long to start doing all this travelling. Don't get me wrong, I've gone to some lovely places, but not to the extent that I'm doing it now. When I go out and I see young people on my travels, and they're like in their 20s, or you know, it's some of them teenagers, 18 to sort of 25, they are having a whale of a time. But I think they take different pleasures in what you and I do, Anne. You know, can't see... Well, that being said, I did see some walking around a cathedral. You know, but nighttime, they'll be out there partying, whereas I'm in a restaurant somewhere, you know, or walking around looking at shops. The Mass at Notre Dame is wonderful. Oh, I can't wait. We are not Catholic, but attended a few times over the years for the music and the theatre of the Mass. Best wishes from Tasmania. Thank you, Anne. Did you ever see Tasmanian Devils? That was the old Looney Tunes thing, was it? The Tasmanian Devil. Chow Muffet, what a stunning cathedral, Gothic architecture at its best, and the colours in these windows were surreal. They really were. Andy Eglerton, you could make a career out of this. What, broadcasting? I doubt that. It never happened for me, Andy. Listen, they featured one of my chat shows, one of my live chat shows on the BBC once, and I really thought someone might see that and, oh, you know, this bloke's not bad. let's give him a go at doing this. But it didn't happen. Not necessarily the same thing as I was doing, but I thought someone might see me and think, oh, you know, he's not too bad. Let's try him out with something, but it didn't happen, and that's okay. And do you know why it's okay? Do you know why that's okay? Because I'm sitting here doing it. That's the beauty of YouTube. We can just do it now. We've not got to wait for someone to come and notice us anymore. We basically turn on our mobile phones and we do it, don't we? These shows that I do are all based on the old ITV announcers, where they used to pop up in between the programme. To me, it's like an extended version of what they do. One of them I became very good friends with, and he died just a few months ago. His name was Tom Edwards. And I went to his funeral. There was all sorts of BBC people in there. No one that you'd know, no stars or anyone like. Oh, I don't think there was any stars there. If they weren't, I didn't recognise. In fact, I think I was the biggest star there, to be honest. And he made contact with me after seeing some of these shows, and I went round to his house and we had a great time. He was one of the announcers, one of the main announcers at Thames Television, and he also did Central and HTV. He was a nice man, but he died a few months ago. May he rest in peace. Tom Edwards, look him up. Thank you, Andy, anyway, for saying that there. Christoph Klassen says, you look like Otter Walkes, a German comedian from the 1970s and 80s. I don't know who that is. I've no idea who that is, but you clearly like him. Thank you, Christoph. M. Hare O'Brien. Hi, Chris. Great video. Really enjoyed it. The cathedral is beautiful. Thank you, M. Hare O'Brien. Rosie Whitmore. Enjoyed the video of the cathedral. Thank you, Rosie. Lynn in London says, the sound of church bells takes me straight back to being a kid. I love them. Sadly, I don't hear them much anymore. Lovely vlog, Chris. You really are good at this vlogging, Lark. It feels like we are actually with you. That's what I want to hear. The fact that you feel that you're actually with us and friends, you know. Beautiful cathedral. Thanks for taking us along with you. Maureen enjoyed the cathedral and the architecture. Hello to Joker. Oh, he's given me a hype. Oh, I feel I can carry on there after that extra hype. Thank you, Joker. Much appreciated there. X James Scott X. Hello, Chris. Thanks for such a wonderful video. I've so enjoyed it. It's an amazing cathedral. You showed the organ pipes. Thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't get to see the organ. I think the organ must have been up there because I didn't see a keyboard anywhere, you know. Gary, hello Gary, my school friend Gary. I think that's my school friend Gary. Or is it? Or is that? No, it's Big G. Beg your pardon. Big G's there. Another good video, mate. I agree the breakfast at the hotel looked a bit ropey. You mentioned a friend who cried in the church. Yeah, that would be my mate that was in Paris, in La Sacramento, something like that it's called. You have to go up loads of steps. Fantastic view from there. Better view from there than there is on the Eiffel Tower, because from there you can see the Eiffel Tower. Do you see what I mean? A similar thing happened to me when I visited Barcelona. I went to a little church in the Gaudi Park. I can't explain it, but I felt completely overwhelmed there with emotions. Very difficult to explain when it happens. Yeah, it's true, isn't it, Big G? Thank you, Joe. Paul KS3JT, one of your best videos yet. He's really enjoyed the church images, and Stations of the Cross are fantastic. Well, of course, you only saw a couple of those Stations of the Cross. There are many more all around there. Thank you, Paul. Pause. It's nearly 30 years since I visited Cologne. I remember the magnificence of the cathedral, but never managed to see inside. Oh, you missed out there. Thanks for showing us around. I enjoyed the video very much there. Thank you. Fiona T5W. Thanks, Chris. It was a lovely video that me and my son Conrad. Hello, Conrad. We sat and took it all in and relaxed. Love from Brighton expats. They're living in Spain. Was that a good move, Fiona? Moving to Spain. Are you glad you did? Matter of interest. Marky Bowles. Hello, Mark, my darling. All right. What a building. Architecture is amazing. Would have been even more amazing had you been sitting next to me at Mass, or maybe marrying me there, Mark. I can see you and me walking up the aisle at Cologne Cathedral. We just have to find the right priest to do it, probably in secret, no cameras allowed. Thank you, Mark. Zen223W, a very nice praise, Chris. I like a nice cathedral. Great video from you. Thank you, Zen. Anne Stewart, thanks for sharing. The cathedral is a lovely building. Lynn Simpson, well, it's looking nice and the church bells are just for you. I'm in a rush, Chris. She's in a rush at the moment, Lynn, so she watched it later. Matt Martins, hi Chris, thanks for taking us to see Cologne Cathedral. He saw the sunny weather. The audio of the choir was truly majestic and gave me the chills. He's sorry the breakfast wasn't up to par, but I'm glad you managed to find that beautiful Starbucks mug. Great souvenir. Always try and take something small home. Don't just spend loads of money on souvenirs. You really don't. Even like just a fridge magnet. Fun facts. Did you know the gold box you filmed is actually the shrine of the three kings? Yes, someone in the church told me this. It's believed to hold the remains of the three wise men and is the largest reliquary in the Western world. Also, that modern-looking mosaic window you spotted was designed by the famous artist Gerhard Richter. It has 11,500 hand-blown glass squares in 72 different colours. The scaffolding you saw is almost always there because the cathedral is built of sandstone, which reacts with pollution and sulfuric acid in the rain and turns black, as you could see from a lot of the outside there. They have to clean and repair it constantly in a never-ending cycle. Cathedral indeed sat unfinished with a massive crane on top for 280 years, from 1473 to 1842. It was just there, you know, unfinished. Thanks for another great video. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Matt. Christine Hodge here. Me and my late husband went there over 20 years ago when it was so busy. We were frog marched, my brother and his wife pulled us down an alley. I can laugh about it these days. Shirley Valentine, hello. I'm not religious, but I do appreciate the architect of these buildings. The breakfast looked very disappointing. It was. You need something a bit more substantial to set you up for the day if you've got a lot of walking ahead. Never mind, something is better than nothing. You're right. Sonia Welford, your breakfast didn't look very nice. Beautiful city. Have a wonderful time. Tash, you know, you're really good at the vlogging. You're very fluent and very engaging. It truly does make us feel we are walking with you and you're pointing things out that are next to you. She likes the delivery that I chat the way I do it. I'm so pleased you're getting so much praise for your brilliant vlogs. It's very nice of you to say so. It really is. You do deserve it. Wasn't the cathedral brilliant? Your tour of the area was just brilliant, very informative. I have to say your breakfast didn't look very appetising. I too would rather have a plate of beans on toast. Oh, yes, please. Rather than the continental food offered at breakfast. Well, of course, we are in another country, so, you know, you have to expect whatever, you just accept whatever they do, don't it? Some of it just shouldn't be served before lunchtime. Yeah, like the meat, ham and all that stuff. And people eat that for breakfast over there, don't they? Thank you so much. There's our Dionysus, Greek god there, who says at 52:55, that's the timestamp on this video, on the video of the cathedral there, a bronze memorial plaque for Gottfried the Fourth, Count of Arnsberg, located in Cologne Cathedral. It commemorates Gottfried Fourth, Count of Arnsberg, 1297 to 1371, who was a benefactor of the city. The text includes his name, title and date of death, February 21st, 1371. The plaque features heraldic shields on both sides of the inscription. Thank you, Mr. Greek God. Paul KS3JT, Sound of the Bells, Call to Mass has always been emotional. It's beautiful listening to those bells. And he says the saxophone out the front should be kicked away from that beautiful church. Oh, I agree. You know, I like people playing instruments in the street, but honestly, right outside the cathedral, fortunately, you couldn't hear it inside the church at all. It's almost rude, isn't it? Really. And Greek God is also mentioned in a point at 55 minutes into the show. The gold box, the Shrine of the Three Kings, known in German as the Drei Könige Shrine, a magnificent medieval reliquary. Tradition holds that it contains the relics, which someone else said here, specifically the bones of the biblical magi, the three wise men of the three kings. You know, we three kings of Orient are traditionally named Caspar, Melchior, Balthasar, who visited the infant Jesus according to the Gospel of Matthew. Thank you very much, Mr. Greek God. Great to have you commenting with little bits and pieces and, you know, informing me and everyone else of stuff that you've seen there, if you see what I mean, that I wasn't able quite to explain to you there. All right. Okay, gang. One more video here. We'll talk about, I'm sorry this is a long video again, but we're doing the messages from 5 videos here, okay? Kizzy Finn. We're now talking about the Bracknell to Cologne, the car, plane and train and airport lounge, getting lost, and the hotel room tour. Kizzy Finn enjoyed the show, thank you. As indeed did Wendy Mahoney. She liked the look at the hotel. She liked the dark wood, although it made it look a bit dated, but you've got everything you need. Yeah, everything you need. Spotless, that room. Spotless. Maureen also liked the opening video, which we made for the German thing. Thanks for taking us on the journey. Lynn in London enjoyed the video. A lovely start to the journey. See you arrive in Germany and at a hotel. Thank you very much. She loved the lovely, cheery, positive energy that I bring along. Thank you very much, Lynn. Stu from Stu and Sarah. They enjoyed watching the trip to Germany and Cologne. Looking lovely from what we've seen so far. Good thing you took your kettle. Never go anywhere without your kettle. And tea bags. Never, ever. They may have a kettle in there, but then again, they may not. You don't want to be without your tea. Zoe, love the intro to the video. Looked like the journey went well there as well. The lounge in the airport looked great, especially with the window view of the planes taking off. Yeah, I like that, don't you? First impressions of Germany looked great. The hotel looked interesting. Indeed, the room does look rather dated, but you could tell the video rather clean looking. Thank you very much, Zoe. Fred Jones, it's always fun finding out new things in different countries and cities and passing on those top tips. What have you? You've done good there. Thank goodness for travel kettles. Yes. Tara, thanks very much for the video. Didn't realise Germany was so close to you. Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, the plane goes up and it almost starts coming down again straight away. She thinks I'm very positive, and I put a smile on her face. Thank you, Tara. Kazi, glad you arrived in Germany safe and well. Looking forward to your adventure in the lovely cathedral. Be interested to see the options for meals out there too. So you saw me have a couple of them there. RCB, great video. Nice hotel with fantastic views. And he loved the shirt I had on. And another hype. Oh, yeah, baby. We love a hype. Thank you. Thank you for your hypes. Colleen, I think you're new. Hello, Colleen. Welcome along. Thank you so much, Chris, for another fantastic video. The intro is brilliant. Having me laughing out loud with your head stuck on the top of British Airways plane, zooming along. It's been years since I last went to Germany. I first visited as a child to Cologne. I remember going to a big shopping centre there and being treated to a splendid new bobble hat. But not one, but 2 bobbles. I've never seen a 2 bobble hat. I need one now. I need one. Such a memorable holiday that's always stayed with a beautiful country. I always remember how magnificent the forests are, full of incredibly tall trees, and that's Colleen, who's new to the show there. Thank you. And someone else new here, Carol Postle, I think. I always wanted to visit Cologne, Chris. I'm definitely going to go after seeing this. Thanks for a cracking vlog. Thank you, Carol. Glad you enjoyed it. We've got quite a few new people here. Xena, I6S. Hello, Xena. Great room and hotel. Love how you show us around and explain things. Thank you. And she enjoyed the cathedral as well. My Mark Bowles. Great video. It looks fab there. I'm always worried about getting lost if I go away on my own. Panic sets in. What, you, Mark? Really? Well, there you go then. You need someone to look after you. And I need someone to look after me, lovey. Come on. How much longer do I have to wait, Mark? I mean, it's not like I'm throwing myself at you, is it? And that's what's going wrong. I think I'm making it too easy for you. I'm going to have to start playing hard to get, Mark. I am. Flash. Glad it all went well with the travel, Chris. Love the planes out the window. Can't wait for the rest of the videos. He went on a 12-year-old school trip. Blummy, you went on good school trips, didn't you? 12 years old. We were lucky to go to Bleaton Box Hill in Surrey. Looks like the city has modernised quite a bit now. Thank you. Linda Lofthouse noticed how clean it was everywhere and what a stunning building the cathedral has. Have a brilliant time. Linda, I was constantly coming across groups of sweepers, people in uniforms, and there'd be 5 or 6 of them literally sweeping the streets. Don't see that in the UK, do you? Now and again, there's some poor old sod picking up bits of rubbish with a clipper thing. Don't see any sweeping, do you? Liz Art, 2026. Hello, Liz Art. Welcome to the show. I was introduced to your channel by Tina. Lovely Tina. Oh, she's spreading the word. Nice, Tina. I will watch, have liked and subscribed. Thank you, Liz, and welcome along to our little show. All right, my love. Linda Lofthouse thought the building was stunning. The cathedral, yeah, it is. It is. Christine IL8, great video. She enjoyed that video there. Tash looks forward to all the future vlogs. Certainly first impressions are good. Your room was indeed a bit dated. Better to be dated than dirty, I guess. Yeah, you're right, Tash. I've been in a couple of dirtier rooms. Not filthy dirty, but I remember being in America once, I don't know, about 15, 20 years ago in this place, and I looked behind the telly and there was a dead cockroach. We're not keen on all those antenna. Oh, don't like. Charlie Boy Fisher. Looks fab there. Would like to take a trip there at some point. Hope you have a lovely time. Well, you're young, Charlie, aren't you? Have you got friends maybe that you would go with, or would you go on your own? I just imagine young people tend to go with a group of friends, don't they? The Rye Scott fabulous travel video. You make it look so easy and unflustered. I can't be bothered with the faff of international travel. Oh, no, I get that. I completely get that. It's the whole thing of getting to the airport, hanging around, and then possibly the same at the other end that I don't like. Why I'm currently in a Swiss caravan in Berwick upon Tweed. Not glamorous, but Berwick is a super little town with lovely shops, walks, and is full of history. Train travel in Europe is so much cheaper. No. Oh, I beg your pardon. Sorry, I thought you meant from Eurostar instead of plane. Yeah, train travel once you're in Europe is so much cheaper, reliable and cleaner than it is in this country. I'm so glad you got the fridge working, yes, and look forward to seeing more of your holiday. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, you're right about the train travel. I've been on a few different trains in other countries and they always seem so clean and spotless. And people have behaved. Have you been on some of these trains here? The behaviour of people on some of these is just awful here. No one cares, do they? Do you know what I mean? No one seems to think of other people while they're out somewhere, do they? I don't know. Matt Martins says your positive attitude was so infectious in this video. I'm trying not to infect anyone with anything, to be honest. Even when things got a bit confusing at the airport corridors or when you found yourself taking in the scenic route in Cologne, you kept such a great sense of humour. It's truly a joy to watch your adventures. Huge congratulations on your first trip to Germany. It was so inspiring to see you exploring new places and embracing the experiences with such enthusiasm. You write very well, Matt. You should have been a writer, I reckon. Yeah, really, really great. Cologne looks like a fantastic place for your first visit to Germany. The lounge was a brilliant find. The view of the planes, taxiing and taking off was majestic. I could sit and watch that for hours too. Thanks for sharing the peaceful moment of plane spotting with us. What an incredible view from your balcony. Seeing the cathedral and the Rhine right from your room is absolutely spectacular. It looked like the perfect home base for your stay. The tip about validating train tickets is so helpful for anyone else travelling to Germany. It's those honest live and learn moments that makes your videos so valuable and relatable for fellow travellers. I mean, you would how would you know that it's in German? How do you know you buy a ticket and then once you've got the ticket, you've got to put it in another machine? I just don't get it. Why would you do that? Don't make sense. The ticket you buy, it's got the date and the time and the money you've spent. Why have you got to put it in another machine? Who come up with that really stupid idea? I don't know. Anyway, there we are. Thank you, Matt. Anne Stewart, she's enjoying the German videos there. Pat, hello, Pat. Thank you, Chris, for taking us on your journey to Cologne. I was amazed to see how spotless the train, the station platforms and the streets were. No rubbish anywhere. And it all looks so clean. Enjoy your holiday. Is it a working holiday? No, not a work. What do you mean by a working holiday? Kind of, yes, because the purpose of going away is also to show you. So kind of, yes, it is like a working holiday. Yeah, you're quite right to spot that there. You're quite right. Because I've been asking you, where would you like me to go? Suggestions have been coming in. And I've got this list upstairs which gets longer. DJ George liked the intro on there. Thank you. Tracy Freeman enjoyed the video. Very honest. She thinks I'm brave doing it all alone. Very calm you are. Got to be calm. Got to be calm. You can't get irate with people all the time. People they do get irate, don't they? And they start talking louder and louder, and I can't be bothered. Walk off. Just let them hang themselves. Let them just shout at themselves. I've not got time to listen to them. Sonia looks okay where you are. Have a lovely time. Christine Hodge. Hello, Chris. The room needs white furniture and paintwork. Lose the striped artwork. View's nice. The Rhine, if you see blue. But it said you will always come back. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, my sister likes doing that. She does furniture upcycling. It is. She loves painting, my sister. She's done white paint and she's very good at it as well. But she enjoys it, you see. I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd hate it. There's other things my sister does that she thoroughly enjoys that I wouldn't want to do. One of the things I do enjoy doing actually is the cooking videos. I actually do enjoy doing those, and I never think I would do. I don't watch cooking videos. I can't stand watching the stuff on the telly, but you enjoy them, don't you? And in actual fact, my next cooking video is on Tuesday, where from someone's request actually, I'm making campfire stew. That's Tuesday's video, okay? And that's up here in the UK at 6 o'clock UK time on Tuesday evening. Tim Willett. The carpeted seating area is for your luggage. That was in the room, which I discovered, and in the end, my case did go on that there. Keeps, just in case there's bed bugs crawling around everywhere. Always check for bed bugs, my friends. Gadget Gaza, hello Gary. Dionysus, Greek god, says, I must admit I'm a Travelodge fan. You know exactly what you're getting for the price. I'm also a bit of a lounge person too. Glad to hear it there. Can't be doing with all the hustle and bustle of departures. For Christmas, I treated myself to a year's worth of priority pass lounge access. And why not? My sister also, she does lounges as well now. I think they pay, is it £10 or £20 to use a lounge? Of course, if you go on a business class seat, you do get lounge access, but of course it is quite considerably more expensive on occasion. Sometimes it's not that much more expensive. It depends on the route you're going on. But a club or business class seat is much more expensive than an economy seat, and I'm very lucky that I'm able to go in the nice seats on the plane. But it's because over the years, I was very I was very, very careful with my money, and I just kept saving it. Saving and saving and saving. Got wages, put it in the bank, and I never really spent much until now. All right. Okay, I think that's all the little videos here. Hang on, let me just have a quick look there. Okay. I'm just going to read some out from the comments show last week, all right? And then we'll be done, because this has been a very long show today because of all the videos that we're commenting. And again, Matt Martins now finds himself always looking to the Saturday night comment show. Do you? I'm glad you do. Do you like the jingle, Matt? Have you looked at the words yet? The comments and questions show on a Saturday night with Chris Reardon from United Kingdom Talk. It's so heartwarming to see how much you value your viewers and how you take the time to actually offer a reply to each of us who writes in through the comments. It must also be said that your encouragement of others, such as Marion from the church, is truly inspiring and makes this channel such a positive place to be. Thank you, Matt. Kizzy, she enjoys the comments show as well there. We don't get as many people watching the comments show, but that's okay. That's fine. We're not about numbers here. We don't worry too much about numbers. Don't get me wrong. If I uploaded a video and it come up as 1 million people, I'd be over the moon. I really would. But it doesn't happen for everyone. I don't think it'll happen for me somehow. I think number one, you have to give everyone exactly what they want, and number two, which is what a lot of people, including Martin from Butler's Empire, does. He tries to find out what you want and goes along those lines. A lot of you watch my sister and brother-in-law. I just kind of do it, if you see what I mean. And if some people like it and they come along for the ride, great. But I don't think I'll ever get a million views to any of my shows. But if I did, I'd be over the moon. And see that a million people have liked something, what I've done. Not 1 million people have made me famous. 1 million people have liked something I have done. And that would just fill me with joy. It really would. Lynn in London, how dedicated are you? Still doing the show when you're off on your mini break today? Yeah, that was quite tight. That was a really tight timeline that was for me last week, Lynn. You deserve a hype for that. Let me feel that hype. Ooh, thanks, Lynn, for the hype. You do make me laugh, honestly. You're like a medication. And I'm so much safer than a pill. I'm so much safer than a pill. Safe journeys, thank you. Zoe, brilliant show last week. We're talking of last week's comment show. Chris, you always have me laughing at my phone screen. You certainly know how to cheer us all up. Hope you have a lovely time in Germany. Looking forward to the videos. Thank you, Zoe. Fred Jones, he enjoys the comment show. Is there anyone still here now? I mean, 1 hour and 43 minutes. I wonder how many of you are still here at this point. Because what you get, you also get some statistics, which I don't really take that much notice of. And when you see, like, average time, 19 minutes, and you think, well, the show was 1 hour long, but averages are very funny. Average number of things is a very funny thing, because you can have someone give you a score of 1 out of 10, and someone gives you a score of 100. So your average score is 50. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't really tell you much, does it? Really. Some people, I'm sure some of you are still here now at 1 hour and 43 minutes. I wonder how many of those sometimes, because you can't really tell that. You can't, 100 people stayed for that length of time, 20 people stayed. I don't think you can see that. Or maybe you can, and I just don't know the system, because I don't take much notice of the numbers there. Fred, hope you made it to the airport in time. Don't worry, I got there. Far too early always. Have an absolutely brilliant time in Germany and safe journeys. I reckon that mug is about 400 millilitres size of it. I have 3 of those in the morning before I can do anything. Honest. Linda, enjoyed the chat video from last week. Hope you don't think... I don't think they go on too long. You may have changed your mind once you've seen this one, my love. It's like meeting a friend for coffee and a catch-up, and I'm waiting for your next one. Have a nice time in Germany. Thank you very much. And yeah, Fred liked your comment there as well, Linda. Look at that. Fred liked it as well. And Napash, hello, you cheer me up. The soup looked fabulous last week, and I might try it one day. Have a safe trip to Germany and have a great time. Thank you, Napash. You know, I should have videoed my food on the plane, shouldn't I? Why didn't I do that? You could have seen what I ate. I have the vegetable. It was quite nice, actually. It was cold, but it was like this great big round white thing, which I assume is some sort of cheese, and various vegetables around. It was really nice. Why didn't I video? Did I video my food? I don't think I did. But it was very nice indeed. Patricia Manchester. Hi, Chris. It's so much fun, these comments videos. You crack me up. Thanks for the mentions. Of course. Tash. Brilliant show. For the comment show last week, it would be great on TV. Thank you, Tash. You're very kind. It would be lovely if someone came across your vlogs and was able to get you on the TV. Thanks for sharing. Look forward to the German vlogs. You never know. Might happen. But there's so many people doing it now, you know. It's a lot to choose from, so I doubt it. But that's okay. Like I said about an hour ago. Was it an hour ago? We can sit here and do it. We're doing it now, aren't we? Look at the quality of this, what we can do now with all our phones. It's just a phone. It's not a camera. It's just a normal iPhone 14. It's not even a new one. It's an iPhone 14 I do all this on. Hobbit. Hello, Hobbit. Has never been to Germany. Hope you managed to film some footage. Well, you've seen it there, okay. Bets. Are you new? Hello, Bets. Hi there, Chris. Watched and wanted to comment. The 7-Eleven in my name. Oh, no, you've been there before, haven't you, Bets? Is not the store. Oh, I thought you was a 7-Eleven employee, Bets. It's just lucky numbers. And when my daughter was born. Have you made vegetable egg rolls? Oh, I'm not liking the sound of that, to be honest, Bets. My favourite with sweet and sour dip. I haven't made yet, just store-bought. No, that doesn't sound like something I'd want to eat, to be honest. Also, Dick Van Dyke. Remember him? Of course you do. Has his own YouTube channel. I didn't know that. He's in his 90s. He is in his 90s, yes. My mum's favourite, along with Laurel and Hardy. Love them. Love all. Laurel and Hardy, who Dick Van Dyke mentions one of them, visiting him in California. He tells great stories of his life. Give him a follow. What a fantastic idea. So that's the Dick Van Dyke channel. I'll look out for that. Have I got a pen here? Oh, no. I haven't got a pen here. No. Okay. I'll try and find that. Anyway, thanks, Bets. Tina's Talk Time. She does her own YouTube. Give her a follow again. Hi, Chris. Love your Saturday show. In fact, I love them all. You've got a brilliant sense of humour. Hope you have a fabulous time in Germany. If you ever come to the Northwest, I live in Blackpool. I would love to catch up with you. Do you know, I've never been to Blackpool. Crazy, isn't it? No, I won't be going on the Big Dipper. No, thank you, Tina. No, I won't be going up on that at all. No, not even with you. No, not even if I'm chained into the seat. So there's no... What if it falls off? It gets to the top there, or maybe and it falls off. No, not going on the Big Dipper, thank you. Did my sister go on that? They went on a few of those tall ride things, didn't they? Somewhere up. Was it Skegness? Oh, she went on that thing. It goes up, and then it goes around, and it's like a swing, and it goes out. Well, I tell you what, she's braver than me. Full marks to my sister for doing it. I never ever thought in a million years she'd do something like that. But she did. Another YouTuber I think you will enjoy is a guy called... Do you know what? I'm going to get a pen. Hang on a minute. Oh, I think I've been sitting down a bit too long. Hang on a minute. Let me get a pen. I can't even stand up right. Look. It gets harder as you get older, doesn't it, girls? Oh, dear. Well, let me just write down these two. Oh, God. Can I just say, I have trouble getting my socks on now. I don't seem to be able to bend over as easily as I used to. And nail cutting. Anyone have a problem with that? It's all right on one foot. It's the other one. I just don't seem to be able to get round the nails. Anyway, you said, what is it? Hang on. Simon Wilson. Let me put Simon Wilson. And there was another one someone just mentioned. Oh, Dick Van Dyke. See, don't think I just read these out and then don't go any further with them. I do. If you suggest something, I'm very happy to have a look. I've already seen Tina's Talk Time. She does her own channel. We're reading out at the moment, aren't we? Simon Wilson, especially some of his older videos where he used to sneak into places like the Oscars or travel across America with no money. Hyped you, of course. Oh, another hype, Tina. Thank you, Tina, for the hype, love. Thank you. Dionysus Greek John, have a nice time away. I did. Thank you very much. And Christine Hodge says that as well. Apparently, the caster sugar... She says, caster sugar, the main difference with caster sugar is the price. I have no idea what the difference is. And Christine said you did indeed put olive oil in the soup. I think someone didn't think I'd put the olive oil in there. Yeah, I'm sure I remember putting the olive oil in there. There we are. Oh, and that's all your comments, all right? That was a long show, wasn't it? Nearly 2 hours? I mean, do you want me to talk for another 9 minutes and make it 2 hours? No, dear. I've got stuff to do. So you know what time we started this show? 7:15. It's now 9:05 in the morning on a Saturday. So I'm going to put this together now, send it up to YouTube, and you'll be able to see it at 6 o'clock, okay? Not that you'll know that, because I've just mentioned this at the end of the hour and 51 minutes that I've been talking for. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us, and it's always, always, always a pleasure to receive your comments. And no one ever asks any questions, but you're welcome to ask me a question. Okay, I'll answer questions as much as I can, as long as it doesn't, it's not a question about someone else and the answer might upset the other person. You're welcome to ask it, but I might skip over it. Okay, but any comments on the videos, I always try and read those out. All right, it's a Saturday night. Tomorrow I'll be doing another live show. That'll be at 6 p.m. on this channel, a live show, okay? And the next recorded video, which I've already done actually, is how to make campfire stew. And that will be on Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheerio now.